with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, yeah, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a...
It's week 2 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Texans and the reigning AFC champs. All that and more coming up next.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, you want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the build-up is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely, and this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, week 1 is just 1 of 17. That's not the case. It is different, Mike. You have all training camp, all summer, all spring to prepare for one opponent. Well, now that game is over and done with, and you get back to work on Monday, and you're going to play again in 6 days. The team that is able to turn the page to the next game week after week, those are the teams that handle the grind, the marathon, as you called it, of the NFL season, and here we are in week 2.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy. Let the offense unfold. Trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
On second down, Stroud. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Fourth down, and on comes Ka'imi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt.
Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, now their rookie quarterback.
What we saw last week, Mike, was just a quarterback that was taking what the defense gave him and just playing a really well-rounded game. I mean, he found the end zone a total of 3 times, twice on the ground, once through the air. But most importantly, he avoided those back-breaking mistakes that could have come back to haunt them. If he continues to play at that level, it's going to be a hard team to beat on any given day.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Once again, it's Pacheco. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up the pressure too much, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He's inside the 35. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 37 yards. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he will score. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead. there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Hardy now with the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now he takes off. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Open man right side is Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a 1st down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
All right.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll take off again. "7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down. Looks to be an injured player, and oh no, it's Travis Kelsey who is being looked at. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Houston. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Texans are on top. It's now 10-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. They'll go with the reverse. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll swing one out. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Texans have it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Off play action. He'll set up and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Raven first down. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That one taken in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens are on top. It's 14-10. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here we go. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. Stroud to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Throwing on second down. Stroud. He's going to let it fly for Hardy. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Ken Walker, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. Travis Etienne accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco head out for the next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Get up.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's complete. It's Metcalf. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10.
Ready. Check go.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
That's dropped off for Pacheco. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
2nd and 11. And that'll be intercepted by Tre'Davious White. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
The Texans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now, Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Down inside the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Texans.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Shut up.
They'll look to throw.
And that'll be batted down.
Tre'Davious White in coverage. Knocks that one away.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Big play coming up. This is third down. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Hardy now with the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Texans offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. That's caught. It's the tight end, Cade Stover. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. 3rd and a yard. They'll motion over Metcalf. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal. They'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. Here's Pacheco. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's across midfield. He's still on his feet. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 54 yards. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. That's to the tight end, Stover. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he's in. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now
That's caught, so they get the 2-point conversion, and all of a sudden that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the 4th. They've got just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Open man, right side. He's got him.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A give here to Pacheco. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
On the ground, here's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season.